Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, my friends. Today is a bittersweet day. One, it's a great day because we get to watch Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 10, the season finale, The Stars at Night. It's bittersweet because this is my second to last season finale before I am all caught up with Star Trek Lower Decks. It has been a hell of a ride and I am not ready to see it end, but I am also not ready to not know what happens to the crew of the Cerritos. I can't wait, my friends. So let's get into it. If you could do me a favor first, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anytime we go live with Lower Decks or the original series or any of our sci-fi offerings. And of course, if you'd like any of those things early or in their full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. Don't like Patreon? Join us over here on YouTube. You get the episodes 24 hours early, plus some bonus content for The Expanse and Star Trek. But my friends, all that is then. This is now. And now, bittersweet or not, we are about to watch Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 10, The Stars at Night Are Big and Bright. Let's watch it. My friends, prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the last time this season, and the last time in blue, away we go. So mad at Carol.
First officer's log, stardate 58499.2. Captain Freeman's been called back to Starfleet Command for questioning.
Oh boy.
Project Swingby was a waste of resources, and you almost got your crew killed.
We did uncover a green insurgency.
An attack you could have been prepared for if the culture on your ship was more professional.
Oh boy.
However, my automated Texas-class ships are her superior, with zero human error.
They haven't even been tested.
I recommend decommissioning the California class and let the Texas class handle second contact.
Captain, I'm sorry, but there are plenty of other crewed ships in the fleet. The Council has decided to take Admiral Buenamigo's advice and shutter the California class.
It's tough for me to lay all that at Carol's feet, but we're in the opening. But boy, oh boy, it's, it coupled with that from trusted sources last episode, all of those, that revelation basically, that expose that journalist did, that cannot help. And I think the Admiral had a little bit to do with at least maybe the sequence of events that led to the promotion of his pet project, the Texas class. Plus, also, I would like to say, I'm not sure if the Texas class is something that actually exists and goes on to prominence. I can't imagine. But boy, oh boy, that seems that looks like something that could be exploited. Fully automated ships. We don't know any culture or aggressive space virus that would like to, I don't know, assimilate such ships.
I'm fighting this, and I don't want my crew hearing anything until I've had my say.
Guys! Hans just told me that the Philosian and Tactical's girlfriend's Vedic heard that Starfleet Command is shuttering the Cali class and replacing it with drones!
Who's Hans?
Who's Hans?
These Texas-class ships are amazing.
Rutherford, stop being impressed with the thing that's stealing our jobs.
Sorry.
I wonder how the bridge crew's taking it.
Dr. Sa'ana's probably like, holy f***ing shit, I'm a doctor, not an asshole.
Hey, baby bear, the only thing I'll miss is being able to eject the warp core. I talk about profit.
Oh no.
I was going to ask you for help with my phaser, but I guess I'm just a big joke to you.
What have they done to
Cerritos knowing a
Shax?
senior officer hates me.
There's our B plot.
I hope she's okay, all alone out in space. She's probably miserable.
Yeah, meanwhile.
Okay, Katra, time to go. Beaming would be good anytime now, please.
Ooh.
I don't care what you do as long as we can get this bad boy to the Quaylor Historical Museum.
Ooh.
Quaylor Historical Museum. Cool.
Rescuing artifacts from black market thieves is great, but the best part of this gig?
Oh, okay. So they're not robbing, they're stealing from the stealers.
How'd you get the ship? I'll handle the finances.
This is his vanity project, not mine.
Yeah.
His ships do seem superior to the Cali class.
Well, then
Put him through a test.
I challenge you to
There we
a
go.
mission race. If your drones really are better than my crew, then it should be easy.
This is like Paul Bunyan. I don't know if you remember the legend of Paul Bunyan against the mechanized.
We're doing what?
A second contact race.
What even is that?
Make sure your departments know we're not just fighting for ourselves. We have to do this for the entire California class.
I'm torn about this.
Class engineering today. Do you hear me, Mr. Rutherford?
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to...
Now let Rutherford keep looking up those Texas classes. He's figuring something out.
All this work to become a senior science officer, now there might not be any officers.
Candy, that's cantaloupe talk. I want you to be a cantaloupe.
Oh my God. Did he use that before? Cantaloupe?
Sir, please, I respect you and all Bajorans.
Oh, so all Bajorans are the same?
What? No, I didn't
Get
mean...
away from me! I need to concentrate on the mission!
Shax. Come on.
Captain.
I'm torn whether or not I like the Texas design or not. Initially I did, but...
Mark.
Warp me!
Warp me, baby. Oh, I remember these guys.
I know I've seen this code before.
Rutherford!
Sorry, here you go.
Yeah, he's got something.
Captain, half a power plant just beamed in beside us.
The Alito can transport prefabricated modules. We have to move!
Phillips to Cerritos. 6 to beam up.
Yeah, but I mean...
Probe was right. No signs of life.
We're in the lead. Let's keep it that way, people. Begin outpost installation.
I mean, this is cool and all, but the problem with this is it's not a fair test for the California class because of the humanoid element. There should be like a diplomacy thing or some type of...
People, we gotta wrap this up.
I'm sorry, but we have to stop construction.
What are you talking about?
The scans missed microscopic signs of life in the soil. We need to make sure it isn't sentient.
Everyone stop! Captain, we have a potential microbial life down here. We need to do a full self-awareness assessment before we finish the outpost.
What? Of course, but hurry. We've just lost our lead.
Yeah, but the Texas class didn't do that.
We're good.
Okay, go, go, go! Move,
I'm
people.
sorry,
Or maybe we didn't see them do that. That is cool.
It's gonna be like a tiny little dot. You're not going to see them at all.
Okay, so there's the Texas. Whoa! With the Alito.
Hey!
Captain,
They got there too late. Okay, so you're evil? What the fuck is going on here, man? Rutherford's got something.
if it was the right thing, why didn't the Alito slow down too?
Huh? You're right!
They didn't scan.
The Alito trounced you.
Sure, because it skipped analyzing signs of life on LT-358. I don't always love the constraints of the Prime Directive, but...
Oh, that's good.
Oh, stop. This is a rounding error.
One that...
Rounding error.
Nuh-uh. No!
Oh, wait, what are you...
What code is it?
It's mine. The Alito runs on my AI. There's minor changes,
Badgie.
but I coded this back when I was the old me, the angry ship racing me. Ah! Keep it together.
How much do you want to erase?
Everything that has to do with me or the program.
Wow.
He's the one who erased your memories!
Yeah, he used my designs, my code. That's the same code I used for Badgie.
Oh.
Wow.
Captain, you need to see this.
Ensign, I'm busy.
Rutherford.
Yeah, that's right. And I figured it out. The Alito's code is corrupted. He erased my memory to cover it up. The AI is the same one that killed Shax.
Why did I stop at your memory? I should have erased all of you.
Whoa.
That means...
Yes, I set you up. I was sure you would fail at negotiations on Deep Space Nine. Go.
And the Breen?
Of course I knew they were on Brekka. I needed the Alito to save the day, and you handed me a perfect disaster.
These conversations aren't monitored, dude?
The good of the many, Carol.
You can't keep saying that.
You know, I'll say you attacked the Alito out of anger when you lost the race. It defended itself.
What?
Do you...
I am now fully autonomous. The Cerritos is under enemy command. Block all communications.
What?
I don't take orders from you anymore, Father. What?
Oh.
I will burn your heart in a fire. Alito, stand down! Stand down!
The Alito's attacking the station.
Oh my God.
Activating Dallas and Corpus Christi.
Oh boy.
The Alito has activated 2 more Texas-class ships, Captain.
You gotta, I hate to say this, you gotta get out of here, Carol.
Put out a distress call, all channels.
Oh my God, they're gonna take out the whole base. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love how this show just reminds you that they don't give a shit about extreme violence.
Ooh, bring me back a slushie.
Hey, I'll bring you back too.
Yeah, she's gonna go through all your shit.
You got a second wind to dig into my private files, huh?
Yeah, see, I'm not into the whole mysterious benefactors thing.
Yeah, be straight up. Be straight up.
Admiral Picard? No way.
Yes, way. The guild has a huge endowment from Jean-Luc.
I think deep down I was looking for a reason to go back to Starfleet.
Yeah.
I think I want to be a part of something that stands for the greater good.
Oh, and archaeology doesn't. It's a bit f***ing rude.
That's a bit fucking rude.
It's on all the news feeds. As usual, Starfleet's getting people blown up left, right, and center.
Oh my God, we have to help.
No, we don't. It's a bloodbath.
Those are my friends.
Oh, Mariner.
I said stop. It's not our fight.
Then shoot me.
We're just one ship.
I know, but we have to do something.
Ugh.
Come on. Let's give them something else to shoot at.
Captain, what are your orders?
Prepare sick bay for casualties and hail the station. Get me communication with...
We got the Van Sitters warping in.
Who is that? It's a big ass ship, man. Oh, they got through the shields. That's a quantum, isn't it?
They're tearing her up! We need to buy Starfleet some time. Open the channel. Alito, I have the man who wrote your code. He's got the ability to delete you unless you stand down.
I will burn your heart in a fire.
That's what Badgie said, wasn't it? I'll burn your heart in a fire? Oh, shit.
Maximum warp me.
Maximum warp me. This is a deadly, deadly situation.
Warp 8, but they're gaining.
Gaining. Come on, Billups. Everything you can give them.
Phillips, I need full throttle.
Everything.
Brace yourselves. This is about to get rough.
Red line. Red line and beyond. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Come on.
Give me options.
I say we eject the warp core. We can drop out of warp and surprise it.
Always.
Wait, guys, Shaq said...
Let's modify the deflector dish and use it as a giant weapon.
Wait, no, wait. Boimler, what do you got?
Shut up and listen to Shax!
Mr. Boimler!
Please.
Yes.
What did you say?
I kinda said we should eject the warp core.
Oh, that's what he always suggests.
Yeah, but...
And it's brilliant.
It is.
We can use the warp core as a mine.
And drop it right in their path.
Drop it right...
Mr. Shax, make it so.
Really, Captain?
You can do it, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you came back for, bud.
You're all too kind.
Oh, Arnott, on the night of his joining.
On the night of his joining. Ah, brings tears to my eyes. Woom. Get fucked. Nice.
Did it work?
Yes! The explosion to get the... Wait.
There's still one.
You survived the blast!
Oh, she's all scarred up. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Ship now!
Belay that order.
What are you gonna do, Mariner?
Mariner, no! Get out of here! You can't help us on your own!
Yeah, I know. I brought help.
Captain, another ship is dropping out of warp. It's the... Oakland?
Just hang on a little longer, Cerritos. We've got your back.
Captain Ramsey? No!
It's all the California classes. They're all coming.
Powerful! A Cali-class ship won't stand a chance!
It's not just one.
That's why I called all of them.
All of what?
It's the Alhambra. The San Diego. The San Clemente.
The Merced is at your disposal, Captain Freeman.
Carlsbad's always happy to lend a hand.
Nice.
Inglewood's ready to kick some ass.
I think what he said was, attack pattern Delta, full spread.
Go get them.
I will burn your heart in a fire.
No. Nice, Mariner. Nice. Nice job. Nice job, California class. The best in class. Y'all told me about the different colors on the denoting their different designations as far as service. It's the first time I've ever really seen it on full display.
No, I'm not mad. I got a taste of civilian life, and I am just so happy to be back.
Look, we all should have done more to defend you.
After all that, you're keeping the implant?
It robbed me of my memories, and it was used to cover up deadly crimes. But it's so cool!
Yeah.
I'm still finding sub-menus I had no idea were in there.
I'm proud of you, Ensign.
That skin looked a little weird of Miggly Moo, but whatever.
Transferred another promising young officer to joining your training.
Ow, my gosh! Hi, I'm Tindy. Welcome to the Cerritos. We're gonna be training together.
Greetings. I am Talin.
Talin.
I know you don't want me talking to you, but
He's gonna hug you.
You gave me everything I ever asked for. You're in the bear pack now.
Oh,
Absolutely, baby bear.
Aw, bears!
oh, shit. That got me.
Beckett, I want to formally reinstate you to the Cerritos crew.
How about formally fucking apologize,
It's good
too?
to see you too.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't trust you.
Maybe because I spent years making sure you didn't. I think
You're a better person than I, Beckett.
I'm ready to get back on the right path.
So, you want to be a captain someday?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I for sure want to be in Starfleet.
You have to be a captain someday.
I'm gonna be at your side at all times. Commanding,
don't do this to me,
duty,
Captain.
responsibility.
Why is this happening?
Today, we faced impossible odds, but together, we kicked impossible's ass. Let's hear it for the California class!
Hell yeah. That's not our season leave line, is it? No. Really? Make sure there's nothing else here. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, wait a minute. This is something. Cala system. The original implant. This is where Peanut Hamper was. Is this why we had to have that stupid Peanut Hamper episode? Badgie. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm glad I saw that. I usually scan through those real quick, and that was a really quick scene. I'm lucky to have seen that. My friends, we just finished watching the Season 3 finale for Star Trek Lower Decks, The Stars at Night. And the only thing we have left to do is to talk about it. All right, everyone, we just got done watching the Season 3 finale of Star Trek Lower Decks, Episode 10, The Stars at Night. Again, you know, a lot of shows, especially the ones that are well written, will reward you with like fan service, little beats every once in a while that, you know, kind of play into exactly what we want from an episode. You know, they'll give us what we want. And I struggle with this sometimes with the Lower Decks because I think, you know, are they giving us like fan service? And it's like, yeah, but at the same time, you know, it's weird to kind of differentiate between that and the kind of the Star Trek love letter stuff, you know, like the callbacks to earlier shows and things like that, because that's part of it. That's part of the whole wrap of this. It's part of the whole Star Trek Lower Decks. It's supposed to be kind of a, you know, spotlighting the greatest things from Star Trek, you know, sure, tongue-in-cheek making fun of a couple things, but at the same time, everything is done with a level of respect that is apparent. If you watch, you know, any length or any, you know, number of episodes, you immediately realize that the writers love this universe. Now, the thing I struggle, and I don't mean it to sound negatively, the thing I struggle with is sometimes I'm like, you know, are the writers giving us what they think that we want for the characters? Or, you know, is there ever a time when they kind of deviate from maybe the path that they had programmed and are like, you know what, right now would be a really good time because, you know, season 3's come along. We saw on, you know, in chat that somebody, you know, wanted this or this online, there's a big calling for this. Let's maybe give them that, you know. I wonder if they do that, or I wonder if a lot of this stuff seems like we have an idea planned to get there. And I often wonder what beats were already there before they decide. I know they've done fan service, but what beats were already there and established before they thought about, you know, doing this for the fans? Because I think in a lot of times they jump us. I think in a lot of times they're like, you know, the fans are going to really want to see this. Let's give them this, you know, and it's already kind of baked in the cake by the time we actually want to see stuff like that, because with animation, they're so far ahead of what we're seeing and what they're doing. So with that being said, let me say this. Season 3 is my favorite season so far. You know, I thought it was incredibly strong. I thought we got some really, really great Rutherford and Tendi moments. some really great, Bold Boimler being able to kind of really take that character where we wanted him to go, where I wanted him to go anyway, where we get to see this kind of by the book, almost insufferable character from season one in the best possible way. Just kind of like, oh my God, Brad, loosen up a little bit type of way from season one. To now we get to see this guy that stands up on the bridge and yells at Carol to listen to Shax. That is never, never, ever was that the season one Brad. And here we are now with Bold Boimler, who has really just grown tremendously. And I'm so glad because I had my theory, a while back that did we really get the real Brad? And all of you have told me they're both the real Brad. They're identical. So, it's very difficult to see. And I'm so glad that we have what is presumably the first Brad, maybe, or whatever, the Brad that we've come to know and love. And I'm really glad that this has been an organic growth for him, prompted by Tendi. Tendi was the one that said, you should be bolder, you should say yes to things, and then thus Bold Boimler was born. Do I think it's sustainable? I used to think no, but now I think that he's starting to temper a bit the Bold Boimler aspects of himself and integrating like the natural kind of pride and the natural kind of self-confidence that he's growing as a Starfleet officer. It's a really, really well done kind of character composition for Brad, and I think it's expertly portrayed by Jack Quaid. I think he's doing, with his voice alone, he's doing such a good job. The things he's asked to do, like the impressions and all that stuff, really, really great stuff. Season 3, fantastic, great with Brad. Now, obviously, with Mariner, we had the beginning of the season. We had a question as to, okay, she's really doing a great job here. She's really, really, really trying. Her, behavior, her conduct as an ensign has grown by leaps and bounds. Her relationship with Carol seems to be in the best place it's been. It was tested by the fires of a crucible in last episode in Trusted Sources, but it shows the growth of Beckett, that she kind of went into that dark place and came out of it very quickly and was able to kind of with a mental health I don't think I possess, be able to come out of that in a better space for herself, immediately forgave Brad. That's something that Beckett wouldn't have done and didn't do when Brad left for the Titan. There was a long kind of simmering animosity towards that move that took many episodes before it was addressed, but now she's legitimately moved past that, and that is a growth that I question whether or not Beckett was moving in the right direction for the Beckett that we knew, or is she becoming somebody new that she thinks everybody else wants to be. She answered that question for me in this episode. She is becoming the person she wants to be, and that couldn't be more evident than her ability to forgive everybody for what they did, and her selfless act of coming in there and saving the day by calling in the rest of the California classes. The communications were down on the Cerritos. She was in deep shit. And now, do I like the idea that this, just as a little addendum, that the Cerritos constantly needs saving? We did see the Cerritos save the day at the end of season 2, but whenever it comes to combat, it's almost like the Cerritos just can't win and needs to have somebody come in and save it during like a ship-to-ship fight. That's just realistic, though, to me, because as you all have described, and as I've kind of learned in my own, research and stuff for, older past seasons, the California class is not designed to be a warship. Can she defend herself? Sure. That is not its primary function, secondary function, tertiary function. It is not a warship. And so if it goes against something that is classified as a warship, she should get her ass kicked. She should. And I hope that, a little piece of me hopes, this is the fan service I'm wondering if they could do for me. I'd love to see her win a fight sometime and make it rough. Make it rough on her, but make her win. No saving, nobody coming to the rescue, just a straight up street fight, bare knuckle fight between the Cerritos and something in space, and somehow, she's able to pull it out. I think I would like to see that at some point, but again, I'm not a huge ship-to-ship combat person. I always find it very tense as a set piece, like all the shields are down there at 17%. That adds weight and tension that is always really, really great in Star Trek. But the actual fighting, I mean, it's cool every once in a while, but I don't like to have like a lot of it, Now, with everybody else, with Rutherford, we got basically the full reveal of Rutherford's backstory now. So there really isn't anything. I mean, I don't think there's anything that at least they've alluded to in Rutherford's past that could eclipse what we saw in season 3. We learned about his implant at the end of season 2. I think we learned about his implant, or the implant not being there for the right reasons. We've known since the end of season 1, or all that stuff. But so it's, Rutherford's story is basically caught up at this point. He's had the kind of resolution with his past self and reflections. He's had, basically this come to Jesus moment, really, with the AI, as he was able to identify his old code and then help to subvert it, or help to, move past it, or at least identify it to the point where they could understand that it was, emotionally compromised when it came to those types of like computations and things like that, as we saw with Badgie, who pops up at the end in that final scene. So Rutherford seems to have, at least the secrets of his past seem to have been revealed. Now we get to see where Rutherford goes from here. He's pretty much a very new slate. He's not a blank slate anymore, but he's a very new one. He doesn't have a whole lot of his own memories, as relatively speaking, or comparatively speaking, with somebody else's age. He doesn't have all of that. So Rutherford's in a unique circumstance where he's able to he's redefined himself in many, many ways. Obviously, the accident really messed with his personality a bit, but it's going to be cool to see Rutherford grow from here. But his secrets are pretty much over unless there's something new they want to throw in. I can't think of anything that we haven't learned that was kind of lingering with him. We'll see, though. Now with Tendi, I said that I thought that season 3 was the season of Tendi, and I think that of all the characters, see, Rutherford's a big one for me now because of the revelations we just had in episode 10. Having that come full circle with his entire backstory now being revealed, I can't say that this is the season of Tendi. We got a lot about Tendi. And now before this episode, I would have. Before episode 10, I would say this is the season of Tendi, Mistress of the Winter Constellations, her making so many, directing Brad in this way, and, really, really kind of growing as a person and as an officer, and, with bridge training and all of those things, really, really starting to advance, really becoming this incredible officer in front of us. And it was the season of Tendi before, but now I don't want to say it's the season of Rutherford either, but we got the most from Rutherford because his entire backstory was revealed and kind of it seems to be concluded in a way. I mean, sure, Badgie's still out there and blah, 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 but the secrets that have been haunting Rutherford and Rutherford's backstory, those are gone now. And so, it was the season of Rutherford? No, because we had focuses on Tendi, and all the other people, but Tendi being very prominent. It was definitely the most for Rutherford and Tendi, though. Season 3 as a whole, I thought was exceptional. So many of the episodes that I truly loved, so many, really good, heartfelt beat moments in there for our crew where we got to, I teared up watching them, explore these different facets of their relationship and becoming, this incredibly tight-knit crew. We had to go through like the Jen experience, which I'm assuming is over for Beckett as she walked right past Jen because of the shit that Jen didn't have enough. I don't think Jen had enough cred yet with Beckett to be able to get off, treat her the way she did in episode 9 and then get forgiven like the other lower deckers did. I just don't think that Jen's relationship with Beckett was that strong, to be honest. And we've talked about this now. We've talked about this on YouTube. Jen's not a great influence for Beckett. That whole episode where, what was the episode where they had the salon? So fucking crazy. Where they ended phasing one another, stunning each other. It was a very destructive relationship because we talked about it. Jen had kind of like talked shit about Beckett to her friends. And then as soon as Beckett shows up, she talks shit about her friends to Beckett, wanting Beckett to like go off on them. And then as soon as Beckett starts stunning people, she's got like this maniacal glee in her eye. Yeah, Jen was a cool little like interlude, but I definitely don't want Beckett with her. I don't trust Jen. Jen's a cool character though. The grab, the amazing grab where she saved Beckett will forever be one of my favorite beats and my favorite moments in Lower Decks. But It was a pleasure knowing you, Jen. We'll see you around the Cerritos, or, I'm sure they're going to revisit this at some point to have some type of closure, but it certainly looks like it's closed. Maybe it's not, but it certainly looks like it is. It was just a great season. It was just an enjoyable season, from the Deep Space Nine cameo, to everything else that we, Reflections was especially good. There were so many really powerful beats and really powerful moments in this, the absolute brutal nature of Carol's attack on Beckett at the end of episode 9. But all in all, it was such a well-constructed season, really kind of fleshing out everybody on the crew, really kind of putting the stakes of as we find out in this episode, the entire California class on trial, which was really, really cool. And it's like it brought us all up. And now with T'Lyn coming in at the end, which I'm so glad, I almost forgot that she was, from 3 ships. I almost totally forgot that, she was earmarked for Starfleet. And I just remembered a couple episodes ago, I was like, man, I wonder if we're ever going to see that Vulcan again. And here she comes. So that's awesome. It looks like she's going to be on the Cerritos for season 4, which I think is fantastic. That's an added, 4th season in, they always say you inject a new cast member. And here we go. T'Lyn's coming in because you need to have new dynamics forming. That's the whole reason why the old adage, especially in sitcoms and television, the old television, like regular general studio programming, on the 4th season, they always would bring in a new character just to make sure that they could introduce a dynamic or a love triangle or, just something. You got to throw a spanner in the works at some point to see how everything settles. And so T'Lyn's coming in, I love it. Fantastic stuff. Which means Rutherford will be our only gold shirt, but okay. It was just great. Absolutely my favorite one so far. And that's saying something because it's by no means are season 1 and 2 like of lesser quality or anything like that. I just personally really enjoyed season 3 and the stories that they told. And I mean, I guess with the exception of mathematically perfect redemption, which, I'm glad I watched it. How's that? I'm glad. Apparently we needed that episode to place the headpiece out in the debris field. Who knows? I guess that might be it. Friends, I am looking ever so forward to season 4, and I am dreading episode 10 of season 4 because I believe that once I catch up, I'm hoping that they make an announcement soon, everybody. I'm in early 2024, spring of 2024 right here. I'm hoping they make an announcement soon for Lower Deck season 5, and maybe I can bleed right into it. All of you had to wait a year. I'm bitching about having to wait a couple months maybe, so I shouldn't. But this has been such a great, amazing journey so far. I've loved every second of it. The crew, all of you, make me feel like I'm a part of the Cerritos with your inclusion and your support. It means the world to me. And this story is far from done. They have a lot left to do and a lot left to explore because we really haven't hit heavy themes yet. And I don't think this crew can shy away from the heavy themes. We still don't know why Beckett's the way that she is, which is probably really heavy. And the biggest theme that you can put into an ensemble piece like this, what happens when you lose somebody? And I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if this is if they're going to kill a Rutherford or a Tendi or a Brad or a Beckett. But if any crew, writing-wise, if any writing crew has the guts to do it, this group does, because they love Star Trek. And if it's part of the story and needs to be told, this writing crew will tell it. Well, my friends, that is all for me here from this time on the Cerritos and wearing blue. So if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anytime we go live on YouTube. Patreon links in the description. YouTube memberships are an option if you'd like your episodes a little early. But friends, all that is then and this is now. And now it's time to say goodbye for a moment. But in this time, we say goodbye in victory, as the Cerritos and the entire California class is saved by the efforts, primarily, of our lower deckers. How will they fare with a new addition of T'Lyn coming in season 4 and points beyond? Time will only tell. But my friends, until we get a chance to journey once again, I bid you a fond farewell and a Vulcan roll, and I'll see you next time.